What's up, PokerBrandon here, playing 5-5 No Limit Hold'em at the Gardens in California. In this hand, I have 7-7 with a VPIP of probably 5 to 10%. So I'm on the big blind. UTG opens to 15. UTG was not super tight aggressive. No pros at the table. Everyone's somewhat tight. There were a couple old retired men who kind of knew what they were doing. So we end up going 4 ways to a flop. Hijack, cutoff, button, me, and UTG. Sorry, 5 ways. Anyway, holding pocket 7s, I really just want to hit a set, but I don't. Flop is 9-9-3. I'm going to check this. Usually 100% check for me in this spot. UTG checks, hijack checks, and then cutoff, who was a retired, seemed like a regular, seemed like he knew what he was doing. He actually puts in a very tiny bet. So he bets the same, a little bit more than the same bet. He bets 20, and button folds. And I feel like he's betting a lot of pocket pairs here. Maybe some pocket pairs that I beat, but maybe some over pairs. So I call the 20 and UTG calls. We go 3 ways to a 4 of diamonds on the turn. I'm still happy to check this one down. I don't really feel like I have the very best hand. So I check it, and then UTG, the aggressor pre-flop, does something weird. He now decides that he's going to bet out on the turn. And he just bets 30. This to me just screams like I don't have a big hand. I just want to see a river. And then Villain, who bet on the flop, just calls the 30. So at this point, I'm like, okay, UTG doesn't really have a big hand. He probably has 2 overs. And then Villain number 5, cutoff, he doesn't have a big hand because he's just calling. So I think because of my VPIP being as low as it is, I feel like I'm behind to pocket 8s, even pocket 10s here. So I think I have the VPIP enough to go for a bluff. So I go ahead and raise to 130, and I think that is going to look super strong. I'm in the big blind, so I have like every 9 in my range, and it gets the job done. UTG folds and cutoff folds. So this was a bluff, but at the same time, if pocket 6s or pocket 5s want to call, I mean, obviously I'm happy to get the call. I don't know how I would play the river. I would have to see if the flush draw comes in or not. But I think this was just a great example of tackling a spot where I felt like my bluffing believability would be very high. I think UTG really had just like 2 overs that wanted to see a river. He was the aggressor pre, but I guess, you know, he could have hands too, like pocket 2s, pocket 5s, pocket 6s that also just kind of want to see a cheap river, I guess. I feel like flush draws might have called me, so I don't think any player here had a flush draw. I think this play worked because I know cutoff was the type of thinking player who, even though he was old, he understood the logic of the game well enough to not gamble. He was not at all a gambly player at this table. But yeah, so what do you think of the hand? How do you think I played it? Is this a move I should make 100% of the time, 50% of the time? Should I not do it? Was it too risky? I don't know. You tell me. I'm PokerBrandon. I'm out.